Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 1. Good performance by Man United. Good 3 points in the bag in terms of securing our quest for top four. In terms of the starting lineup, you had Lemens starting net, of course, Dalot, Euro, Maguire, and Shaw making up the back four. Mainu and Casemiro in the defensive midfield positions. Ahmad, Bruno Fernandes, and Cunha in the three behind Cunha and Mbeumo. So, unfortunately for Sesko, he didn't start this match. But in terms of the first half, it was an even start to the match. Amad Diallo had a header saved in the 22nd minute. Fernandes fires the host latest corner to the far post where Maguire meets it with a header back across goal. Ahmad pops up and nods the ball towards the far corner from close range, but Martinez gets down to claw his effort away from danger. Digne plays the ball into McGinn's feet on the edge of the box, but the Villa captain can only send a scooped left-footed effort wide of the mark. Then in the 37th minute, Dalot dashes into the box and is found on the run by Fernandes' fantastic cross-field pass. Dalot goes for goal on his left foot, but can only fire over the crossbar from close range as United's best chance yet goes begging. So in terms of the first half stats, United had 54% possession compared to Newcastle's 46%, but with that, we had 6 shots, 1 on target, 0.31 XG. They had 2 shots with 0 on target, 0.20 XG. So in terms of the second half, in the 48th minute, I think it's Ahmad who gets a chance in the 48th minute. Mainu's crossfield pass is brought down by Mbeumo, who feeds Ahmad running into the box, but the winger rushes his right-footed effort and blazes it over the top. Then in the 52nd minute, Mbeumo has a shot which is saved. Mbeumo is released in behind Fernandes as the hosts break through the middle, but the forward's left-footed shot on the angle is tipped behind Martinez. Then in the 53rd minute, Casemiro scores from a corner to make it 1-0. Fernandes' delivery delivers again, and Casemiro scores again for the hosts, rising highest at the near post from the corner to send a glancing header beyond Martinez and into the far corner. So United went 1-0 up in the 53rd minute. Then in the 64th minute, Barkley equalised it to make 1-1. The hosts failed to clear the lines. United failed to clear the lines, fortunately, from that Villa corner. And then it sets up kindly. It comes to Bailey to set up for another cross. Digne's ball back across the face deflects into the path of Barkley, and he reacts superbly to sweep a left-footed finish into the far corner, and that's 1-1. It was a poor goal to give up by United. I don't think we defended well for that goal, but it is what it is. And then, fortunately for United, we do make it 2-1 through Cunha. Fernandes is wide on the left, slips a first-time through ball in behind the visitors' defence, freeing up Cunha to burst into the post and slot beyond Martinez into the bottom corner, 2-1 at Old Trafford. And Fernandes is central to United's revival once again. Then in the 75th minute, Mbeumo and does go off, and then on comes Sesko. And then in the 81st minute, Sesko makes it 3-1. Cunha beats Bogard for pace down the left and drills a low cross into Villa's crowded 6-yard box, where Konsa's block ricochets off Bogard and back into the area. Sesko runs onto the ball with his back to goal before swiveling to turn and shoot at speed, firing through the crowd and into the back of the net. So, and then United make a final substitution. We do bring off Casemiro, and then on comes Ugarte. But yeah, that was about it in terms of the game. Good 3 points, like I mentioned, in our kind of quest to get top four. So hopefully we can kind of do that in terms of, we need a strong end to the end of the season. We need to be qualifying for the Champions League. So hopefully we can do that. Let's get into the player ratings, and then we'll take a look at the league table as well. So Lemens here, he's got a 6.5 here, reasonably quiet, didn't really have too much to do. Only one save, couldn't really have done anything about the goal he conceded. But yeah, Dalot, he's come away with 29 out of 35 accurate passes, 83%. And then duels, he's won 4 out of 7, so he's done decent there. Lenny Yoro, he's got 42 out of 47 accurate passes, and then for 4 out of 8 duels won, so he's done well in terms of, he only won 50% of his duels. Maguire, he's 5 out of 5 out of, well, I can't even, 5 out of 6 duels won, so he's done reasonably well there as well. Luke Shaw, 6 out of 10 duels won, so he's done all right as well. Casemiro, unfortunately, he did pick up a yellow card, but he comes away with a decent header again. He's scoring from headers, which is decent. And then he's got duels won. He's won 5 out of 12, so he's done reasonably well there. And then Mainu, 5 out of 8 duels won for him as well, so good performance by Mainu as well. Ahmad, 3 out of 6 duels won for Ahmad. Possibly could be doing better there with 150%. And then Bruno Fernandes is coming away with 2 assists, which is decent for him. Because he could be breaking that assist record for the Premier League this season. I don't know how many assists he's on right now. I think it's like 13, 14 or something like that. So hopefully he can kind of break that assist record, and it's a good record for him. And then 2 out of 7 ground duels won. And then finally, Cunha, he's won 2 out of 4 duels won. So and obviously Cunha comes away with the goal. And then finally Mbeumo. I don't think Mbeumo had a particularly good game up front. I don't think he was too effective in my opinion. Did he have any shots? He had 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target, only 1 chance created as well. So not a decently overly good performance by Bryan Mbeumo today. 2 out of 5 ground duels won as well. So, possibly could be doing better then. Finally, the substitutes, Benjamin Sesko obviously comes on and scores, which is decent for him. Getting on the score sheet, hopefully he can kind of continue with that. 0 out of 2 aerial duels won. And then finally, Ugarte, who came on for a minute or whatever, didn't really get involved in the game and lost both his duels as well. And, I don't really rate Manuel Ugarte personally, but it is what it is. Overall, a decent performance by United, good 3 points. Hopefully we can kind of continue pushing up into the Champions League spaces. We need to be finishing inside the top 4. Really important that we do that. We've only got 8 games left up until the end of the season, so we really need to be kind of finishing inside the top 4, qualifying for the Champions League. It will help us next season to bring in the high quality players that we need to kind of be winning the Premier League, hopefully. In terms of other results, Arsenal are probably going to be winning the title this season, unfortunately, because City drop points. So it doesn't look like as if it's going to be a good kind of it looks like as if Arsenal are going to win the league, unfortunately. Hopefully we do finish inside the top 4. Hopefully we can kind of continue this good form. A good result bouncing back from that defeat against Newcastle, that 2-1 defeat which we had last game week. So hopefully, and next up we do have Bournemouth. So hopefully, we can kind of keep up this good form. Like I said, really good to bounce back from that defeat against Newcastle. It was a poor defeat, that being down to 10 men and then, losing the game. Hopefully we can kind of continue this form that we are on right now, and finishing inside the top 4. That's it from me. I think it's a little bit of a short one. Not really much to kind of say, apart from it was a good 3 points. Unfortunately, we couldn't really kept the clean sheet. It would have been nice to kind of keep a clean sheet today, because we've lacked clean sheets this season. Can't really kind of complain. We've got the 3 points, job done, and move on to the next game, and hopefully kind of build some momentum and move on, and hopefully kind of get 3 points in the next game against Bournemouth. So hopefully we do that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.